Chris Hamblin back with you for another edition of College Hoops Coast to Coast here at ArizonaSports.com. A look around the world of college basketball. Kentucky is the new #1 this week after Syracuse loses to Notre Dame. You know, they're followed up in this top 5 by Missouri at 2. Syracuse falls down to 3. Ohio State's 4. And Kansas is 5. The one name missing that we've been used to seeing inside that top 5 so often this season, the Baylor Bears. They fall out of the top 5 after losing at home to #2 Missouri and on the road to #5 Kansas. Common theme of both of their losses, a lack of production from their big man Perry Jones III and a lack of accuracy from behind the three-point line. Baylor thrives on the three-pointer, and they need Perry Jones III to step up in big games. How about San Diego State's travel nightmare this week? It took them 20 hours to get from San Diego to Laramie, Wyoming, where they were supposed to play Wyoming. Well, they arrived 5 hours before tip-off and won the game 52-42, but their first chartered flight of the season equaled 2 times of being grounded because of snow and having to refuel the plane. They're really good on defense. They're not good at traveling. San Diego State has kept teams under 70 points a game in each game that they've played so far this season. The ACC has not gotten much love from me this year on College Hoops Coast to Coast outside of Duke and North Carolina. But this week, I will talk ACC basketball because the division just got a lot tighter with what Florida State has been doing lately. They beat North Carolina by 33, and then this week they go on the road and beat Duke at Cameron Indoor on a Michael Snare buzzer beater. Florida State is for real right now. Keep an eye on them as we move into March. Time now for your Twitter question of the week. You tweet at me. I answer your questions. It's that simple, folks. Get at me at Hamblin Radio on Twitter. This week's question is pretty simple. What do you think of Michigan? Are they for real? I don't know what to think of them. It's from at Nick Realhaas. Trey Burke and Tim Hardaway Jr. That's what I think of Michigan. Good guard play. They're young, and they have a mentality that I like. They're young, but they have the ability to forget tough losses. They came back this week after losing on the road to Arkansas and put a nice win together over Purdue. A close win, but it's the type of resiliency I like. Michigan, they're number 20 right now. If you can pick a sleeper team in your bracket come March, look at Michigan. I know they're number 20, but I think they can do some damage in the NCAA tournament. Time now for what you need to watch this weekend inside of college basketball, and I'll shift this out to the East Coast and take us to Pittsburgh, where number 10 Georgetown goes on the road to face the Pitt Panthers, a team that has been very, very unimpressive this season, but I like number 10 Georgetown. They move the basketball well in offense, even though they have the tendency to go long stretches without making buckets, and defensively and on the glass, they're a fun team to watch. Keep an eye on number 10 Georgetown at Pitt this weekend. That's it for us here at ArizonaSports.com for this week's edition of College Hoops Coast to Coast. Don't forget you can tweet at me while you're watching games this weekend, and find us back here at ArizonaSports.com next week with your look around college basketball on College Hoops Coast to Coast.